9 months ago, I had a decision to make. For years, the plan was simple: a western elk hunt. Mountains, bugles, thin air, the whole postcard. That was the dream, right up until Field Ethos dropped their 4th annual African Safari in the Baviaans River Conservancy. And just like that, the postcard caught fire. So I did the math the only way a reasonable man can. I traded a western elk hunt for 4 days, 2 hemispheres, 18 hours of flying both ways to chase the hunt of a lifetime, the best group of men I've shared a fire with since I took off the uniform. If you know Field Ethos, you know what that means. The exact right ratio of bad ideas, good beer, sharp humor, and dead serious hunting. The kind of trip where the stories get better with every retelling, and not a single one of them needs exaggerating. This is the multi-part account of how it all went down. So grab a cold one, settle in, and come to South Africa with us. The Field Ethos crew just got up, eating breakfast, and today we have a 2-hour flight down to Port Elizabeth and then a 2.5-hour drive into where we'll be at for the remainder of our trip. And I have to say, Africa is absolutely beautiful. An African Sky Hotel is amazing. The staff is incredible. The food was fantastic, better than I've had in America at 5-star hotels. So let's get this show on the road. We touched down in Port Elizabeth, met Dave, loaded up the truck, and hit the road for camp. And somewhere on that drive, I figured out everything I need to know about him. Dave's one of our PHs, and if you don't know what that stands for, professional hunter is the polite version. The honest version is the guy who knows the bush better than you know your own backyard, and who will tell you exactly where you went wrong before you finished going wrong. He's a bow hunter, fisherman, husband, and all-around badass dad. So much so that he's raising his son, who's following him straight into the PH life. Apparently, the apple doesn't fall far from the rifle. Dave's personality? Quick-witted, dead-on, and brash enough to keep you honest, which is exactly the way I like it. No fluff, no sugarcoating, no patience for nonsense. The kind of man who earns your trust. On the way to camp, we pulled off to Nanaga Farm Still. Picture a South African farmer's market that took the gloves off. Spices, hot sauces with warning labels, tourist trinkets you didn't know you needed, and the real headliner, meat pies. Naturally, I went for the venison. What I didn't know, and found out later, is that venison down here is a flexible term. It doesn't always mean deer. Sometimes it means meat from whatever was out there, which can include a respectable blend of zebra, antelope, and whatever else wandered into the recipe. Did that bother me? No, not even a little. It was fantastic and easily one of the best things I put in my mouth the entire trip, and I'd order it again without asking a single follow-up question. 2.5 hours later, the pavement gave way to the dirt gave way to the bush, and the bush finally gave way to the camp. With the gear squared away and the day's dust starting to settle, we finally met the rest of the PHs. Handshakes, introductions, and a few early jabs to fill each other out. The plan for the morning took shape over the rims of our glasses. We arrived, had an amazing dinner, met Andrew Pringle, all of the PHs, got to tell them what's high on our list. And for myself, my priority is a kudu, and then a wildebeest, a zebra. After that, it's kind of whatever opportunity presents itself. So I'm going to turn in for the night, and tomorrow up at the crack of dawn, and hopefully we get on some animals. Morning came early with the smell of breakfast doing the most convincing. We ate, we caffeinated, and got straight to the business that matters before any hunt, sighting in. Some guys brought their own rifles. I ran the Hill Country Rifles 300 Win Mag, and that decision paid off. The rifle impressed me the moment it touched my shoulder and kept right on impressing me through every single day of the hunt. It was dead reliable, dialed in, and never once gave me a reason to second guess it.
Fourth one on the right. Through the bull. Okay. Dial on the scope to 4.
Come on, Angus.
Okay.
Just told him Mr. Paper, just to...
Which one are we at? 1, 2, or 3?
1.
Yes, you shot a shark together. And he shot 80 drilled it. And I saw it fall behind a little bush. And then I
Center.
said,
That is working.
We got it. Did a lot of PRS matches before I got here. Precision Rifle Series.
So here's,
All right.
here's your impact here. You can see it on the plate.
Yeah, I knew it was
You're about that
impact when I let it run.
that far left
Yeah.
to center. 6.5. The Creedmoors are just sort of...
Sighted in and ready, we loaded up for a drive of roughly 70 kilometers, which as a proud American, I can tell you means absolutely nothing to me. Could be a jaunt, could be a 3-day expedition. Behind the wheel was Angus, a soft-spoken killer in the best sense of the term. Quiet, kind, and sharp as a tack, and downright lethal with a bow. The kind of calm that doesn't come from having nothing to prove, but having already proven it. When he's not guiding here, he's running trips in the far corners of the map. The Amazon, the Seychelles out in the Indian Ocean, the kind of adventures that cost more than your first and second car combined. Father, husband, and flat out one of the best men I've had the privilege to share a truck with. On the drive, Angus walked us through the history of the region and what was waiting for us at the end of the road. Mountainous, wide open country that goes on farther than the eye has any right to see. Big land, quiet man, good company. We were exactly where we needed to be. We rolled into a spot tucked in the Winterberg Mountains and linked up with other PHs who'd headed out before sunup to glass. The verdict was already in, and it was a good one. 2 big kudu bulls. One of them carrying a set of horns so wide it would make a tape measure blush. There was of course a catch. There's always a catch. These bulls were bedded down at the base of a hillside, and not in the dumb convenient way. They parked themselves just high enough on the slope to see anything fool enough to come from below, which naturally was the only direction we had. Now, I couldn't understand a word the PHs were trading back and forth in their native language, but you don't need subtitles to read a situation. The hand gestures, slow nods, the little knowing smirks passing between the men who'd done this 1,000 times, it all said the same thing in any language. This was going to be work, and it wasn't going to be easy.
So the thinking is that we go up on this ridge, close to this one bull here, would be the closest shot.
Okay.
And then you maybe go over onto the next one, and then we set up on both bulls. And then whoever shoots first, those other bulls will come out.
Gotcha.
You know, so, but I mean,
the distance is far, enough that they won't just run
Bust out.
I mean, we're not going to get a scenario where we have 2 or 3 shooter bulls.
Yeah.
You know, we've got to actually just use the opportunity. It's perfect weather, you know.
Yeah, wind is good too.
Yeah, this is like a, you know, you're not going to see this all the time.
Okay.
So I think we must make a plan to go around the back. Well, there's a fence line on the back here. We'll walk up it, and then we'll set up at the same time. We'll chat on the radios, and then
Go from there.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
All right, let's roll. Let's do it.
Okay.
I think we're going to wait for Fred here.
Okay.
Then we'll go get up high.
Gotcha.
The wind is still nice for us.
So it looks like we're gonna go straight up here. We're coming down on this. So we go up this ridge, come down, hopefully get close enough to this kudu. Yeah, so this is not hunting, you know, fish in a barrel here. This is 440,000 acres of free-range Africa. We're about to work for this kudu today. Work was right. Here's the thing about these mountains. From a distance they look downright reasonable, small, even walkable. The kind of thing you glance at and think, yeah, I'll be up before lunch. That, at least, is what I thought. But these mountains lie. Starting at around 4,000 feet elevation we began the climb, and the plan was beautiful in its simplicity. Just scale the mountain, get above the kudu, find a good spot, settle in and take the shot. What a tidy little plan failed to mention was that it would eat hours of my life and a fair chunk of my dignity along the way. Keep going up along the ridge and try and come down.
Yeah, so you're going to see it's going to flatten out. So we're going to hope there's fence. We'll get on top of that one bull. If a peak up gets set up, and then make a call from there.
Got it. All right. Ready to roll? Yeah. Let's do it. So, what happened is the wind was coming up.
We saw the one lying down. Yeah. The other one is,
And
he's almost exactly
going
like
up,
the second one.
100 feet, maybe 1,000 feet. And the wind direction changed, going straight that way. These bulls are down in the ravine in front of us, so it's causing a little bit of an issue right now. It was good 5 minutes ago, it was straight up at us, blowing that way. So we see what they have. Store over on the corner side, but just keep going up along the ridge. Go around the corner right there. Hopefully this scent doesn't bust us. After clawing our way up nearly 1,200 feet, we made our first tactical decision. We dropped Angus off at a scrubby little mountainside tree to serve as our eyes and ears on the bull. Somebody had to keep tabs on the kudu, while Fred and I kept grinding upward. By now the air had gotten noticeably thinner. Everyone was starting to show signs of fatigue, and rightfully so. We traded oxygen for elevation, and the mountain was charging interest on every step. Fred and I set off for our next window at a higher elevation. This is when things went from a safari hike to a calculated stalk. Boots came down a bit softer, voices dropped, and every step got slower and slower and more deliberate. We just moved about 300 yards up from the other PH, and we're gonna peek over the valley and see where these kudu are set up on it. Hopefully they get another shot back there, and then we shoot down here, but it just depends on, you know, who's got a better opportunity, and then we're hoping that shot will bump the others, and then you know, whoever will be able to shoot. So we're far up here, and it's been a lot of work, but I feel confident because of all the running guns and the PRS competitions that I've done in Texas that if we get an opportunity, I'll be able to get it.
You must just let me know if you do have a shot.
100 feet, yeah, we've got him, yeah. He's lying down there. We can...
Angus, are you happy if I get a shot to take it?
Yeah, but I can't see it from here at the moment. Catherine, if you've got a shot.
Okay, copy. So fucking close. Okay. Oh, fucking so close. How are we doing this, boss? Just right. He's right here. He's less than 100 yards away. So close. It's too close, right? To put the sticks out. Okay. Listen, just stop moving. Just listen to me. What I think we must do is close the sticks. Okay. He's 100 yards just here, so you're gonna put the gun slowly, and you're just gonna lie. He's gonna look at you. You're gonna have 3 seconds to shoot on his shoulder, hit him on the shoulder. Okay, you got that? Okay, so see. Okay, can't see him. No, but right. You see him? I don't see him. Where is he? You see him? He's fucking right. He's not lower. He's lower. Oh my goodness. I see him. Where is he? To the right? To the left. That's him. Over the ridge there. Try and get another shot on him.
I'll shoot him again?
Yes. Stop.
I'm stopped. You're behind that bush.
Can you still see that bull?
I don't know about the first shot, but the second shot.
Yeah, copy. I see him moving here now.
I was sure I'd hit the bull. What I didn't know is exactly where. The Kudu jumped the second that first shot landed and it took off, about 350 yards before I got a second shot. Fred thinks the second shot connected. Honestly, I couldn't tell. Angus spotted him limping along, but he was out of range from a shot where Angus sat. So we moved fast to get to the next spot where I might get a chance for a third follow-up.
Everything is down.
It's down?
Thank you.
Is it down?
No way. Sometimes teamwork is dreamwork.
Woo! Then Angus's voice cracked over the radio with the 4 sweetest words I had heard in all my 35 years on this earth. The bull is down. I don't know how to fully explain what those words did to a man. My knees went weak, the way that I had been hauling up the mountain, the doubt, the second guessing every, did I really hit him, running laps in my skull? All of it lifted at once. The clouds parted, the heavens opened over the range. Somewhere, I'm fairly certain, a choir of my ancestors stood up and slow clapped. I have chased a lot of highs in my life, crossed oceans for less, and I'm here to tell you, not one of them came close to that single moment standing on the side of the mountain in South Africa, lungs on fire, hearing that the bull I had worked hours for finally, mercifully, was on the ground.